Bear with me just a moment. Check to make sure everything's up and running. Just take me a second here. Just give me a moment to listen to the audio. Because it is windy out here, so just trying to make sure it's not a little choppy. Okay, sounds good. We'll just head back to the studio real quick. All right. All right. Of course, I want to start off with saying Shalom. All praises and glories most certainly due unto Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I might be using a little bit stronger language in this video, just for disclaimer, off the top. But I'm a little pissed off right now, man. All right. And the first, skipji that comes to mind is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. It says what? That surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. Right. So I named the video, You Should Be Mad. All right. And it reminds me of Apostle Rakah. Did a video last year. He entitled it, You're Supposed to Be Angry. You're supposed to be pissed off. Right. You're supposed to be pissed off, man. Right. I mean, there's, hell, there's too many, reasons not to be pissed off. Okay. In fact, I'd argue and say, if you ain't upset, man, with what's going on right now, man, then you're a damn fool, man. The word fool means unlearned. Okay. And the scriptures tell you in, what is that? Ecclesiastes, or, bear with me just a second. I believe that's Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. It says that he that gets wisdom. Let me just rephrase myself real quick, Aki. I'm trying to keep my ear open to the woods next to me here as I try to quote the precept. So, excuse me if I seem a little out of it here. So just excuse me. The scriptures say what? He that gains knowledge, he shall increase in sorrow. Nearly paraphrasing the scripture. Okay, but we should be pissed off, man. Okay, we got every right to be pissed off. Okay, first of all, to look at the conditions that we're living in right now, man. Okay, of course, it doesn't help that we're living in hell. Because the earth is hell in the Bible, right? What is that? Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Right, I saw a place under the sun, and judgment was there. Right, that's talking about the earth. Okay, so the earth is the place where the judgment takes place. Okay, so we're living in hell. Okay, and then on top of that, man, we're living in the worst case of the scenario, man. I mean, hell, in the past, going back, a few thousand years, to when our, forefathers and the men of the scriptures, were living and breathing, here on earth, they had it better than we do today. You know why? Because, even though back then, had a lot of crazy shit going on, but, the one way they got it better than us today is, hell, we're living in Babylon the Great, which is what? The most defiled, the most, wicked kingdom that was ever, erected on the face of the earth, which I'm, of course, referring to America. Okay, so a lot of us are living here, man. So that makes it a whole lot worse. Okay, living here, right? You got, your woman out of order. Okay, your children out of order. You work to death under this devil, man. This is hell, man. Right? If you ain't pissed off, then you better check yourself, man. And that goes for all of us out there, man. It goes for all of you. Okay, if you are not upset and pissed off at the scenario you find yourself in, man, you better check yourself, because you might not be truly in this thing, man. Okay, and why is that? Because the scriptures say what? Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad, Right? A wise man would be mad. Okay, you better believe I'm pissed off. You better believe that. Okay, we just hit the comment section real quick. Shalom to brother unknown. He said, hey, I just joined. I'm angry too. Okay, good. He said, oh my God, why are you getting mad at me? Hey, bro, I'm not getting mad at you, man. I'm not talking to you, man. I didn't even address you in the video. Okay, I welcome you here, man. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome to to join us here, brother. You're cool. But I'm saying, for those who are watching and listening, even when this is finished, being recorded, we're supposed to be angry. We're supposed to be pissed off. Okay, we're supposed to be. As Christians, what they'll do is oh yeah, man, that's cool. That's cool. You didn't know, but yeah, just to clarify, I'm not, literally talking directly to you, man. I didn't even see you in the comment board. Okay, just to clarify that. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying, as if you're in the right state of mind, if you are, pissed off about this. Okay, you look at the state of some of these people out here, man. I can name too many of them. That you see that, walking around, people all happy, and they can't see what the hell is going on. Right? Just like, say, for an example, everybody's chasing, that American dream. But wait, here's the catch, though, which I was actually thinking about naming this dream, what's the catch? Okay? As there's always a catch with something, right? There's always going to be a catch, right? Nobody does anything for free, right? Nothing good in life comes for free. All right? So there's always going to be a catch, right? That would be the name of a future show, right? What is the catch? Inside joke. But let me just hit the comment board real quick. And no one said, exactly, I agree with you. You're speaking facts right now and exactly what I'm thinking. Right, that's good. Oh, mind of God. Hey, Shalom, my man, mind of God. Hey, I might put a link in the chat in just a moment here, but if you brothers can, just let me know if you're hearing my voice okay, because it is a little windy, so I don't, want the audio to be choppy. So just let me know if you guys can hear me. That would be good. Let me see. He said, I love it here. I'm planning another 10 to 15 years or so. Hey, he's just being sarcastic. Mind of God's, planning. He's pretty much planning on, ending his life within the next couple of years, which truly, as weird as that might sound, that's actually a very logical standpoint, in the times that we're in. Matter of fact, the Apocrypha says what? That death is better than a terrible life, nearly paraphrasing the scripture. Let me see. Unknown said, this world is so evil, I hate it so much. Words can't even describe, especially now. I agree. Mighty God says, sounds is okay. Not bad. Unknown said, I can hear you. It sounds perfect. Don't worry. Mighty God said, oh, this is it. Here, brothers, I'm going to put a link in the chat real quick. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on here for. Because, there's a storm that's rolling in on me. We'll probably be here in a good 15 minutes or so. So, we'll see how it goes. Let's put this fresh link in the chat, right? So as the D-Coon and his sidekick Facade would say, click the link, right? So, hey, and if any of you brothers want to come on here, then that's all cool. We'll, get stuff popping. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Oh, actually, mind of God brought out a scripture. He brought up, let's see, Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 17. It says, death is better than a bitter life or a continual sickness. Right, exactly. Right, death is truly better than the hell we find ourselves in right now. But hey, it's our lot, to be, here right now. That's a spiritual thing, brothers. You got to really think about what we're involved in here. Okay, this is a special thing that we are, involved in, man. We got to be thankful, right? We got to be truly thankful that we, out of everybody else in the world, is drawn to this, to the Bible, because, the Bible isn't, a popular, subject to speak about. And even among those who it is somewhat so-called, popular to talk about, such as these church people, even they don't even want to talk about the Bible, because you bring up certain topics and they just get emotional and, strive away from it. That's just how all those cats go, man. Right. And, another thing as well, scriptures speak about, how a good friend is comparable unto gold, right? A good, trustable, reliable friend is a very difficult thing to come across. Excuse my stutter. It's a very difficult thing, man. Like, matter of fact, I was just watching, a video just an hour ago, man. Apparently, just yesterday, there's this thing that went down where a couple, girlfriends were, messing around, and they bought a pack of a lottery cards, right? One of them bought it and, gave it to their friend for her birthday or something. And the girl ended up winning, $500,000. So, that's gonna, I mean, hell, something fishy is gonna happen there, man. I mean, hell, that's why you got the whole hitman, right? For $500,000, man. You better watch out, man. For that kind of money, somebody will easily take your life for that kind of money, man. I don't care how much of a reliable friend, that you think you are. Okay? The scriptures say that money is corruptible, right? You can use money to persuade anybody to do what you want, right? That's why the scriptures say that the love of money is the root of all evil, right? The love of money is the root of evil. Now, that doesn't mean that money itself is evil. That's not true. You need money to, live and maneuver yourself in the society. But, the love and the overindulgence in money is wicked. Okay, the love of money is what's evil, not the physical currency itself. Okay, but the scriptures also say what? That money answers all things. Right, so you can, hey, you throw enough, stacks at somebody to do what you want, we'll do it, man. Okay, and that's why you have the saying in the world, such as money makes the world go round, and it's true. Which, we know that the world doesn't actually spin, but that's a good saying, right? That is a very good saying, and it's true, right? That money makes the world spin, right? And what does that mean? It basically means that through the use of money, all things can be done. Okay, whether they be for good or for wicked. Okay, it's very simple. Let's see real quick. Bear with me just a second. Hey, Ridge. I'm glad to see you here, man. Hey, Ridge. Try to hit that link. Right, try to click that link, man. All right, let's see if that works today. Right, you should see it up in the chat there. And as I said, guys, I don't know how long I'm going to be, streaming tonight. There's a storm brewing in here. And also, I'm not sure what I'll, if there'll be a stream tomorrow, because I have to go to a, graduation, so I, I'll be busy with that tomorrow. So, probably won't be a show tomorrow, but, we'll see what happens. But hey, getting back to, the topic of the video is you're supposed to be pissed off, man. You're supposed to be angry. Okay. And if you're not, then you better check yourself. And that goes for all of us, man. Okay. And I'll keep quoting the scriptures. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad. Right. So see, it's justifiable to be mad. It is justifiable to be mad. Hey, 2LitterJay, go click the link above, man. I want to get you on here. Click the link and join me on here, bro. Click that link. All right, it's up in the chat. You know what? I'm going to put the link up one more time in the chat, where I'm going to put a fresh link in the chat, and y'all can come on here and we can discuss what you want to discuss, right? I'll leave it as an open mic, right? If any of you 5 people watching would like to join the show, you're welcome to do so. Okay, you can bring your beef and we'll discuss it. Okay, so I just put a fresh link in the chat, and I see there's 5 of you on here. So if any of you would like to join the show, click that fresh link. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, but you know what? Let me just hit the comment section real quick, because there's been a lot of comments that have been coming through. They have not addressed. 2LitterJay said, "Hello, Edomites." Hey, 2LitterJay, click that link. A Mind of God said, "Is the horror graduating high school?" No, actually, it's somebody who I went to preschool with. Right, they just graduated. Just to throw that out there. You see, RidgeNappier said, "Yeah, you're supposed to be supposed to despise this entire world." RidgeNappier said, "And I'm not sure I can get on because of my parents." All right, that's respectable. Unknown said, "He's too scared to join." Ha ha. Yeah, man. A lot of cats, come and talk, a whole lot of smack in the comment board. And they don't really have the balls to, to join and actually discuss the beef that they had. Right. So, it's like, and Mind of God knows what I'm talking about, right? He just did a few videos a few hours ago, which, damn, Mind of God, you put up a lot of videos today, man. Give yourself a pat on the back. But now I watched the 2 that you did responding to that guy. I believe his name was something End Time, something like that. And that cat, he pretty much got emotional, right? He pretty much got emotional and didn't really want to deal with the questions that the Mind of God put out there to him, because he knew if he did, actually deal with text, well, then he would have to address that he was wrong. All right. So, getting back to what I was saying, there's so much, there truly is so much right now. So many reasons why we should be pissed off and upset. There are so many reasons to be pissed off right now. There's too many reasons to even mention them here. Okay. One I can say is that, hell, you can't, you can't get yourself 2 women here. Right? Men are supposed to be attracted to more than one woman, right? Because here they set it up where, you got to get with one woman for your entire life. And then, if you, try to get with another woman, and you're some type of cheater, and you deserve to receive all type of, hatred and disrespect for being a cheater by being attracted to other women other than your wife. That's pure madness. Right? But yeah, that's what we're subject to here. Let me just bear with me a second. Hey, Shalom. I got 2 of you guys in here. But I'll let Mind of God, you can talk first, and I'm not sure who else this is in here, but both of you will get a chance to speak.
Hey, ETT, what's up, man? I'm just chilling, watching golf, dude. Just listening.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. It's always good to have you on the show. So,
Yeah.
so who's this other person in here? I don't think we've met.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
This going through?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Is this 2LitterJay?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? Hey, just to, put it across real quick, man. I'm not at all, trying to, bring any beef with you, man. It's cool. It's cool. I will respect your viewpoint. And it's cool to have you on the show, man. I look forward to talking with you, because we haven't talked before on, voice to voice. So yeah, 2LitterJay, what's been going on, man?
Not much, man. Just dealing with YouTube strikes and fucking just waiting it out.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And just so I know, just so you know, please do not use swear words on here, just so
Oh
you
yeah,
know for
my
the
bad.
future, all right?
Yeah, it's
No,
just
it's cool, man. Just so you know
yeah.
for the future.
So
Yeah,
what's
dude.
going
And
on?
yeah, sorry to cut you off, man. I don't have good internet, so if I do cut any of you off, I apologize in advance. But yeah, 2LitterJay. I was just watching a video you did. I don't know if you put it up today. I think you might have, but it was about the whole UFO things, right? That was actually a very good video, man. Did you put all that together yourself?
Oh no, that wasn't from the other day. That was from like a month ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
did.
I might have been wrong, but I did watch that just earlier this morning.
Yeah, no, I most of the clips are what I download off of YouTube, but the compilation though, I put those together.
But yeah, man, I really did I really enjoyed that, man. So, yeah, man, what are your beefs, so to say? I mean, what would you say that you disagree with me on, as well as dark doctrine wise?
Beefs?
Yeah, beefs or points of contention for lack of better words.
Um, Dang, I really don't even know.
All right, mind of God, you got anything you want to throw in there?
Well, no, I was just gonna say that based on what's going on now with the thing, definitely I have a feeling that these strikes and stuff are gonna happen more. So we it looks, if people care about their channel, it looks like we do have to be a little bit more careful because I think the crackdown hasn't even started yet. So
Yeah, and just for 2LitterJay, what we're talking about, the whole thing going on, but just if you say anything about it, just refer to it as the thing, because YouTube is sensitive with the words you use on here. So just so you know, if you do comment on that, just refer to it as the thing. We all know what you are referring to. All right?
Sure thing.
Yeah. Mind of God, have you met our brother here, 2LitterJay, yet?
no, I haven't actually. I need to maybe go check out his channel, especially if
Oh
it's
no,
related to.
you've been on my channel. It's the Sacramento Truth Movement.
Oh,
It's,
okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
know who you are.
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was your alias. Okay. So what's the deal with the UFOs? Is it a lot of the UFO Institute stuff, or is it new footage that you've compiled?
Um, it's from like maybe the past 10 years or so. Like I looked at the dates of the videos.
Wow.
I tried to go for stuff that was like recorded on a phone, not nothing too much like fancy looking, like
Yeah.
can be altered. So that's what I went off of. But
People. Yeah.
it's not much.
So people wonder why that the footage is not good and all that. These UFOs are spiritual entities, so like they don't want to be filmed in clarity. That's the
Well,
whole
yeah,
point.
that too, but like it's easily to, like you could fake some real easily.
Yeah, no, sorry, I wasn't saying that against you. I just mean in general, people are like, you read the comments below, they're like, oh, why is it all blurry? Like, it's not clear. That if if they wanted to be seen, they would just come right out in the open, in New York
Yeah.
City or something. Like, it would be easy. So, but yeah, I think that's the time. There's not
Hey,
more.
sorry to interrupt you guys real quick, but hey, we got my boy RidgeNappier in the house. What's going on, Ridge?
What's up, man? I just want to say real quick, I think that like the whole UFO thing is being pushed for Project Blue Beam, Like after 2020, they're not playing anymore. They're just trying to push out these uh agendas, And Project Blue Beam is definitely something I think they're gonna follow up on soon.
Hey, mind of God, you know about Nibbler? What do you want to say about him?
I don't. I'm not familiar. I know Sacramento, but I'm not sure. Ridge, what's your story?
Yeah, basically I've just, been doing truth videos or whatever, and mainly I'm just, about trying to expose like the, lesser known stuff like the black nobility and, just different stuff like that. Um so
So do
yeah,
you, do
that's
you believe so you believe these UFO sightings are 100% for the government, or do you think there's a mix? Like some of them could be spiritual and some government, or what do you think?
yeah, I believe in fallen angels and everything like that, and that's what I think some of these UFOs are. But I do think the only reason they're talking about it right now out of nowhere is because they're really trying to push for Project Bluebeam, because I think we're about to that point where they're just they're not having it anymore. With they're not patient with it, so they're just trying to push out as many agendas as possible. And I think after 2020, we're losing like more freedoms every day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think it's almost here, man. So that's what that's what the UFO sightings are being used for.
Not to put you on the spot, but I don't know much about Project Bluebeam, but do you know what would be the objective of that, or are you sort of new to that potential deception?
Yeah, basically from my understanding, that it's just basically faking the return of Jesus and other religious figures for like a false unification, one world religion, and I think showing UFOs and stuff would be something, because you kind of have to start off slow to get people to start accepting certain things, and then go crazier from there. So
Oh, so it
yeah.
actually has the Bible in mind. I didn't realize that they would actually state that, I guess, but okay.
Hey, let me just jump right in here real quick, because hey, this is getting heated here. We have 4 of us in the chat now, so I just wanted to throw a little topic out there if we can speak about it for a few minutes. Let's talk about the whole flat Earth thing. What are y'all cats? I know mine of God's view on it, but let's first start with 2LitterJay. What are your thoughts on that, man?
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm new to the whole scene, but scriptural wise and like just from watching a bunch of videos and shots from space that aren't from a fisheye lens, maybe I believe in it. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, RidgeNappier, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, before I get into that, I just want to, clarify one more thing about Project Bluebeam. But yeah, man, that's not stated in the Bible. Matter of fact, it might not even be allowed to happen because, God's not going to put up with all this fake stuff. But it's one of their plans, I think it's in the, Illuminati card game. Just everything they do is, the opposite of what God does. But with Flat Earth, I think it's one of those things that just really pointlessly divides us for no reason. When we got stuff as serious as what the Illuminati's doing to children and all these other really important issues, I think the last thing we should be concerned about is what the shape of the planet is. I think I'm not saying it's a psyop, but I think it's just one of those things causing pointless division for no reason.
Dividing who?
Oh, the truth movement. When you have people saying this guy's a gatekeeper, this guy's a shill, this guy's working for the government, just because they have a different opinion on that, it just it keeps people focused on something I just don't think they should be focused on.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic's all
Okay,
yours,
all
man.
right. What's up, man? Yeah, Ridge. So I get where you're coming from, but like with the whole flat Earth thing, if you study it and you look into it, the more you believe into it, like I was more of like a whole universal globe type of person before I started
Hey,
this new channel.
let me
Actually,
just jump in real quick, just to
go
throw
ahead,
a
man.
little
Go ahead.
statement out there, not to cut you off, but you can continue when I'm done. But yeah, just like Eddie Bravo, he made a statement when he was on with Joe Rogan in his podcast. He made a statement and said, "Hey, look, once you go flat, you can never go back. Once you start to look
Yeah,
into flat Earth and try to debunk it,
Yeah.
you end up, ironically enough, becoming a flat earther." And I think a lot of us might have started off like that. We were skeptical when we first looked into it, but as we
yeah, that's pretty
continued
much
to
me.
watch it, we got convinced. And I'll tell you, because I've been into the whole flat earth thing for about 5 years now. I came into it in 2016, when the topic was hot. So what happened was I would sit there literally for hours a day. I would watch 8-hour live stream debates, on the subject. And I mean, I did that for an entire year. And, I was totally convinced, but anyway, you guys can address that when you get to it. Your thoughts on that. But hey, 2LitterJay, you can continue what you're saying.
Yeah, but like you said right now, man, once you go flat, you never go back. It's true. It's true because I was trying to find every way I can debunk this notion of the Earth being flat. But the more you believe into, like, look into it, you believe into it. So I always watched Russian vids. I don't know if any of you guys watch them, but I always watch them for like, exposing Freemasonry, NWO type of stuff. But listening to it, it's hard not to deny it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And
Hey, RidgeNappier, let's give Ridge
you
a chance to respond real quick.
hold on, real quick though. Just let me say one more thing.
Yep.
If you believe into it and you research it, it just proves more that God's word is real. There's a God, and the more you look into it, the more you believe into it, the more you can see that something's there. And
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to say that.
It's pretty much the only truth that could basically prove God. Like a lot of things we discuss here, Babylon, the thing, and all that. I mean, there's a little wiggle room. People have their opinions, and the timing we don't know. So that truth, the flat Earth, is an absolute, as an ETT would say, that's a KO to atheism.
Yeah. Hey, look,
I have one more question. Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. What is this whole thing about mind of God and these moon pies? Because I still don't get it.
No, it's not me with the moon pies, man. Don't put that on me. That's ETT. Dude, the guy eats probably 5 to 1,000 moon pies a day. That's why he's called Biggie, because he eats too many moon pies.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hell, hey, look, man, I'll tell you what, man. I gotta lose some weight, man. I gotta, I really gotta put myself on the damn diet here, man. I mean, hell, I gotta cut back on, instead of 10 boxes of moon pies a day, I gotta cut it back to 8.
Yes, get the
Inside
oatmeal ones,
joke.
dude. Get the oatmeal moon pies, dude. What's wrong with you, man? Like Biggie was Biggie.
Damn, I might have to invest in that, man. I might have to try those damn, oatmeal pies. Did any of you guys see what Elder Tahar said to me in that message?
Yeah, I saw that, and the irony is that he's not exactly in good shape. So I thought that was funny.
Oh, I got a question for you, ETT. What is with this whole
go ahead, shoot.
GMS attacking you? I look up your name sometimes and I see these videos.
Oh, those guys, they get on me. They get on me for certain topics, man. But hey, it's all cool because we're all brothers at the end of the day. Tahar knows who I am. I respect them. We differ on a couple of topics of discussion, such as, Romans 13, which we might bring that topic up in a few minutes, just to maneuver into that subject. But yeah, certain topics like Romans 13, I teach it. That does not mean that we have to obey the government or the rules of the land. They teach it does mean that. So that's a point of contention that they get on me sometimes about. But hey, at the end of the day, it's all cool. At the end of the day, I hope all those brothers receive salvation. But anyway, let's go ahead and for a minute, let's talk about the whole Romans 13 thing. Now, I know mine of God's standpoint on it. So, Ridge or 2Litter, do you guys know what that verse is talking about?
Well, ETT, can I ask a quick question related to that before you move on
go
to
ahead.
the Romans? Have you visited them in New York by any chance? Because they move around, but like I've been to their camp.
I want to
seen them.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, man. As I said, my internet isn't good, so if I do cut in, it's not that I'm trying to, and that goes for everyone in here.
It's your
But
I
want to go down. I want to go down and join them and give them my, I got to give them some money. I got to give each of them, got to dish them out a good $100, each. If I ever get to go meet them. The reason I have not went down there yet is because I do not have my own vehicle, my own transportation.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I have not done it yet. But in the future, I most certainly will try to get down there. And if I do, I will most certainly be paying my respect and way of tithes, to the apostles, right? Each apostle will get $100. That's what is that? It's like $400 right there.
But
I mean,
they should
damn,
be paying you. Dude, you're the top dog. They should be paying you tithes. I don't understand.
Hey, look, I am the notorious BIG of the scriptures.
Yeah, I know.
Inside, Jake.
No, that's cool. They move around, so it's hard to find them. When I was living in New York, I went a few times, and they're easy to find because they were right beside Madison Square Garden. But
oh wait, you actually went up and met the apostles in real life?
I mean, I didn't talk to them, but I went to listen to what they were saying. Not many times. Sometimes I walked by and I didn't know anything about really what they were teaching, so I didn't know much about them. But yes, later when I did know what they were teaching, I did, and then occasionally I go see the Houston group once.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. I didn't know you did that before. But anyway, we'll talk about the whole Romans 13 thing. So 2LitterJay, I'll let you go first, and I'll let Ridge address it. But what are your thoughts on that?
Romans 13. Isn't that about God's governing authority?
Yeah, but guys use that verse to say that you have to obey the government and the
Oh no,
laws of the land.
no. How I see it is that there's the laws of man and then there's the laws of God. And whenever it talks about the authority, I see that more as what you would call Yahweh's laws of authority. You know what I'm saying? Obey the laws of God and not the laws of the land. So like
Yeah. Hey, look, man,
a lot of
we're in
Americans.
agreement there. We're both in agreement. Ridge, what is your take on it?
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, I'd have to say that I agree with y'all as well, because when it comes down to it, Jesus was executed by the government. He went through trial and everything like that. And not only that, but what about the mark of the beast? That's going to be enforced
Oh, hey,
by the
Well,
Ridge,
government.
time
just so
out.
you know for the future, just refer to it as the thing because you'll give me a strike. So just for future reference, refer to it as the thing.
And the MOTB, the audience knows. So yeah.
Break it, man.
Okay, so yeah, the under the government, they're probably going to force that, on people. So yeah, if you were to just blindly follow the government and go, oh, it's this is what we're supposed to do, you'd wind up in something in your forehead or your right hand. So no, I don't believe you should just blindly follow a corrupt government. And I think it'd actually be sinful to follow a corrupt government.
That's good. We're 4 for 4, man. That's excellent.
Yeah. I mean, hell, that's one rare. What's the word I'm looking for? Rare occurrence to have everybody agree on a topic. So, hey, we all got to give ourselves a pat on the back for that one.
And
Yeah.
it's all flat
Anyway,
too, so that's good.
anyway, anybody else have any interesting subjects you'd like to bring to the discussion?
Actually,
A
I have
matter
a
of fact,
question
I
for
think.
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is directed towards basically you, ETT. I watch most of your videos and I get what you're saying. It's mostly like end time topics, Hebrew Israelite stuff. But what's your thoughts on like the societies like Freemasonry, NWO, what do you want to call? I call it Orthodox. The what you would call Edomites in the Middle East. Their book, the Talmud. What's your thoughts on stuff like that? Like
Yeah.
Rosicrucianism societies.
Yeah. I'll comment on that, man. I'll comment on that. I know a little bit about those. Once in a great while, I'll throw a little information out there regarding one of those subjects, right? About New World Order or the top elites of the world. But
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I spend a majority of my time, on other topics, research in the scriptures. However, I
right.
will say, I do watch, say, for an example, Russian vids. I watch some of his videos, related to those the certain topics like that. And I know one person who knows a lot about that, and he's in here in the a chat with us. I know RidgeNappier knows a whole lot about that Freemason stuff and about the Catholic Church. So if you're ever looking for a guy to talk about that stuff with, I know my guy RidgeNappier here knows a lot of
Yeah,
that. But as
you
far
know,
as go ahead.
I want to say I think that's the best thing about this movement is everybody kind of has their own field of what they research the most, so we're not all saying the same thing. Like when it comes to the Jewish stuff, like I don't know really much of anything about the Talmud or whatever.
No,
Like
I do.
Jay,
I have.
you know yeah,
I learned a lot from a cult
Jay
member at
does,
Russian.
yeah. But we've talked about that and all. He's crazy smart on that. And then for me, as you said, the Catholic Church, the black nobility, bloodlines of the Illuminati and stuff like that. My point is, everybody has their own stuff they focus on. I think that's actually a good thing. So
Hey, I wanted to jump in real quick. I had two new topics to discuss here, which me and Mina guy went over this. But this somebody just put a comment in the chat. I wanted to read real quick. Mina guy might get a kick out of this one. This is by a commenter named Could Be Nothing. They said, Let me just find it real quick because they put a new one. Okay. It says, I believe the earth is the devil's playground. People have free will, but it's a battle good versus evil. Mind of God, you want to say anything about
No,
that?
we don't have free will, and the people that say that, it's very easy to debunk them. So I just find it
What
funny that
about sorry to cut you off, but what
yeah,
about the part where they said that good and evil, it's right, good versus evil? Well, my brother, could be nothing. I believe your name, as you said. Hey brother, you gotta, do more research, brother. You might be new to it, but according to the Bible, the Most High is the one who is behind good and evil.
yes,
I'll give an example. Amos 3:6. If there is evil in the city, has the Lord not done it? Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I, the Lord, I create light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Say, hey, brother, the good and the evil in the world is a result of the Most High. So anybody, can go ahead and, mighty God, you can pick the mic up for a moment.
well, I think that that's such an important truth, man, because if God wasn't behind the evil, it would be very, very scary. Then we would have no idea what the government would do. And I don't think the thing would be the worst. It would get way worse than that. Way, way, way worse. So we have to take comfort in that. So yes, I agree with those verses, and there's lots of them. Like we
Let me
could.
just address the comment real quick, and then I'll let you elaborate on what you were saying. Our brother Awakened Pennsylvanian asked a question and said, do you think our lives are already planned? Now, my question, let me phrase myself. My response to that is that the scriptures say that every way of a man is from the Lord, right? So before we came and lived on the earth, everything has been predetermined. Say, for an example, the reason why we have prophecies in the scriptures is because those things the Lord showed the prophets of old the future. So those things were already set to take place, but he shown those prophets the things that would take place in the future. So we're all just living out our lots that we were, put here to live out, on this earth. So to answer that question, that would be yes, that our lives are predetermined by the Lord, because the scriptures say every way of a man is given by the way of Yahweh, right? But that's a very good question. So mine, I'll throw the mic back to you, and then
Yeah,
we'll let Ridge and then 2LitterJay speak as well.
I like that, man. The analogy that I use that I think about is that we're put in a car, which is like our body, and then we have a choice when we're in the car to turn the AC on a little bit or play different music, but the car is going in a certain direction, and we cannot change that. So that's a very like kind of childlike analogy, but that's the way it is. If our soul is from God and then it has a unique name, like whatever all the people in the Bible, then yeah, this body is like a car, and we did not make it. We did not put the gas in it to decide when it runs out. None of that. So I agree exactly with what ETT is saying.
Yeah, Ridge, I'll let you go ahead and say some words, and then we'll let 2LitterJay join in.
I just want to say that, like, certain people are, chosen for stuff in this world. I mean, people would look at me or you and be like, I probably started in this when I was about literally 10 or 11, and you were like, what, 13 or 14 age? So, like,
I was
yeah,
I was 12 myself. Just
yeah.
throw
So,
that out there.
so people would look at us. They're like, how would people that young even know what half of this stuff is? And it's just like a rabbit hole. Like I started watching, innocent cartoon conspiracy theories that had nothing to do with, and it just went from one thing to another. And it's like, we're literally chosen for this stuff. Like there's no other way we would know about this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's overwhelming, actually. And imagine if we knew a lot of these things at a potentially younger age, or we learned these things when it was quote unquote too late. We'd be like, well, hey, why did God forget me? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'd go crazy, kind of thing.
And
and just to correct ourselves here, when I addressed your brother, could be nothing. They responded, which I don't know if it's male or female, so excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But they came back and said, my name is Amber. So if we address the comment from that user again, we'll refer to them by their name. So I apologize about that. I was unaware. But anyway, 2LitterJay, we haven't let you talk for a little while, so I'll let you go ahead and jump in there and give your 2 cents.
hey, can I say one more thing real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was just gonna ask 2LitterJay, what's going on with Instagram? Like, do you have an active account we can still talk on? Or
No. What it was is that I had to reset my phone. Well,
uh-huh.
actually, both of them. when you run out of storage on like Android devices, they reset themselves, and then when you try to turn them back on, they get stuck in like a boot loop where it just stays on the home screen, and then the phone will restart over and over again. So I resetted all my stuff, so I gotta download all my apps again.
Okay, well, once you do, just send me a DM or whatever.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
You're gonna have to comment your Instagram though, because I forgot it.
Okay.
Yeah. Another topic I wanted to discuss, which me and Mind of God, we already know our stance on this, but I just want to see what Ridge and 2LitterJay think about this. I brought this up before, but let's talk about the whole hell thing real quick. Ridge, I'll let you shoot first. Go ahead and give us your full.
Wait, did you say health?
Yeah, hell.
Yeah, no. Hell.
Oh, I was about to say, uh, yeah, that's a good question, man. I'll just say this: I don't think like eternal hell was made for like everybody that just don't believe in God or whatever. Like, I think eternal hell is just for like Satan and his minions. I think the Bible makes that pretty clear. You know, the lake of fire is, I think, another thing where people just go to burn and then die, and that's it for them. You know, but um,
Let me
yeah,
just
that's what I think
answer a
about that.
comment real quick. Sorry to cut you off, Ridge, but Amber
Yeah.
made a comment and said, "You guys have way more knowledge than me. Much respect." So, hey, hey Amber, as I said, you know, we put a lot of time into it. Hey, it's always good to, bring a couple brothers on, to discuss, certain topics we might differ on. But hey, at the end of the day, we all can learn something from one another. That's how we
Yeah.
learn in this thing, by putting challenges, up against, our beliefs against everyone else's beliefs. And then through that, that's how we learn. So anyway, 2LitterJay, after Ridge says his final statement on the topic, I'll let you jump in there and give us your conclusion on it. So, Ridge, go ahead and continue with what you were saying.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I had to say, man.
Okay, so 2LitterJay, you're up next, man.
What was the question again?
What about hell in the Bible? What is that talking about?
You're talking about afterlife hell, right? Like lake of fire.
Yeah.
Okay. What I believe on it? Well, okay, how do I word this? What I believe is that I believe there's a place for fallen angels and then human souls. Have you ever heard of a Sheol?
Yes.
Okay. I believe human souls go to a place called Sheol. And you ever heard the phrase from, I forgot how to say it, like humans, they come from ashes, they go back to ashes. I believe um if you're a bad person, whatever on earth, Yah will send you back to Sheol, and then you're done away with. You no longer exist. It's the second death. Now I don't know if that would be the lake of fire or whatever that would be, but I do know there is a lake of fire, and that is for the devil and his angels. But for like
Let
for
me
like
just
hold on, let me
go ahead.
finish. For an everlasting like eternal death of like a human for doing something bad, I don't believe in that. I just believe that like it says there's a second death, and that's what I believe.
Yeah.
It's a second death. It's a death of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
soul, death
Yeah,
of the
sorry,
body,
sorry
then
to cut
there's
you
death
off,
of the
man.
soul.
I just wanted to read a comment real quick, and then I'll let you
Oh yeah, go ahead.
continue on that. I just wanted to read Wake in Pennsylvania and put a comment up and said the concept of hell, of fire and a red man, was from the Dante's Inferno, which I do agree, because
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
our
I
stance.
agree with that too.
Hold on, brother. Our stance, right? My stance on hell and the God stance is we believe that in the Bible, hell, it refers to the earth. So we don't subscribe to a belief that there's actually a place where people go and burn. And we can discuss this subject, but I want to let you finish your statement. Then I'm going to let Mind of God jump in and say a few things, and then I'll join the chat.
Sure thing. Um, I can go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. Second death. Like I believe the body dies, and then there's a second death, and that's the death of the soul. And I don't know. I don't really look into it that much, but I kind of like subscribe to what I'm saying right now. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
I don't.
I'll respect that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't believe in hell for like a human soul burning for eternity and eternity. I don't believe in that. I believe that you die, and then your soul dies, and then you no longer exist. You're done away with. Um, if you're bad, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I will. Yeah, man. I'll respect that.
I want
The
to.
standpoint.
But
Now I'm gonna
can I
let
finish
Mind of
one more
God
thing?
jump in real quick.
Can I say one
Yeah.
more thing?
Go ahead and make it quick though. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You said that you believe that hell is on the earth.
Yeah. Now so I can put my
Yeah,
stance out there
I
in the
never looked
Bible.
into that,
Hold
so
on,
I have
brother.
yet to believe in
Yeah.
that.
Hold on. I'm gonna give my statement. Um, our teaching is that in the Bible, the hell can mean one of two things. It can either mean the grave, which is where judgment takes place. That's in Ecclesiastes, the third chapter. So that's one. And then the second, hell can also mean a condition of suffering. But both of those take place here on earth. As far as when one dies, our teaching is that both good and wicked, they all go up to the Most High. There's no such thing as a place where people burn. And we can discuss that subject in depth, but I want to allow Mind of God to throw a few things in there, and then we can carry the subject on, because this is going to be an interesting conversation. So anyway, Mind of
Yeah,
God,
I would
go
just,
ahead and join in.
yeah, I would just clarify that I believe that it's not one of two things. I believe that all the verses are condition of suffering and all the verses are hell. It's a bit nuanced. It's kind of like cosmetic, but fundamentally, I think ETT and I agree. Probably the most important verse, a couple of the verses, that death and hell are cast in the lake of fire. That's first real fire on earth. Like, it's not fake and it's not symbolic. And then it's the physical earth itself. So that I believe that the I would say I know that the Bible teaches, not my idea, the Bible teaches that this earth is hell, the physical structure, this place.
Right. Mind of God, do you have any verses you might want to bring up just so they can get the concept? Because again, we're in agreement on that
Yeah.
the
Can I
earth
say one thing?
is.
Can I
Yeah,
say
go
one thing?
ahead.
Okay. Does that idea come from like an underworld type of thing? Like there's being an underworld and that would be like hell?
No, it's on top of the earth. That's a very good point, because that's why I've had to sort of revisit this again, because I got into a bit of a argument with one of Russian Vidge's mods. That's why I don't go by his channel as much anymore, because that's what she was saying. And she's like, oh no, Earth is under, hell is under Earth and all that. And then I went through the verses again. So if you read every reference to hell, Sheol, Gehenna, Hades, and all of that, it's referring to things that are going on Earth, the physical Earth, the flat Earth on
Can I
top
say
of
one
it.
more thing?
Yep.
Isn't Gehenna a valley in Israel?
Those names actually do come from physical places. You're right. Yeah. If you look at that term, that was described. I can't remember which book in the Bible, as like a place where essentially dead bodies are collected. So what it means in the last days, when it's talking in Revelation, is that those dead bodies are going to be everywhere on Earth. So yeah, it's taking that term and then applying it to the entire Earth in the last days.
Gotcha. Yeah, I never looked into that.
But you're right. I can't remember the
um,
term, like genom or something like that. I can find the verse, but you're right. That's where it comes from.
yeah, and I just want to say real quick, I meant to say, the lake of fire is the eternal hell. Like that's what I meant to say. You can't die there.
Right. And you see, and this is a good discussion because now we all, are putting out our, take on it, and the viewers can, subscribe to whichever one of those they like. But hey, this is how we learn, is by having a discussion, by putting each of our beliefs, against one another and having a conversation, about them.
Yeah.
Can
But
I read
anyway,
something?
mind the God
ETT,
is
can I
go
read
ahead.
something really quick? Can I read something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to kind of dovetail off what 2Liter was saying, which he's correct. Gehenna, or Gehinnom, literally translated as the Valley of Hinnom, is thought to be a small valley in Jerusalem. In the Hebrew Bible, Gehenna was initially where some of the kings of Judah sacrificed their children by fire. And we can
Yeah.
refer to the book of Jeremiah 7:31 and 19. So that's absolutely correct. It was a smaller place, where those things were happening by actual fire. And then that's what it in the last days, when Christ returns with the elect and the angels, they're making the whole earth that. So yeah.
Okay, hey, I have another subject that just popped into mind now. We got our beloved brother RidgeNappier on here. I did want to ask Ridge a question. Now I just want you to give me your thoughts on this, you know, because we spoke about this before. But just so we all know, Ridge, do you still subscribe to the belief that it is okay to eat, say, such things as, you know, let's say swine's flesh, right? Pig or pork. Is that okay to do today, or are we not allowed to engage in that?
And moon pies have swine flesh. I just want to let him know before he replies.
Yeah, I think it's okay to pretty much. I think it's okay to pretty much eat whatever you want.
Okay. Hey, mind of God, can you do me a favor, man? Can you pull up Isaiah chapter 63 and
Yep.
verse? No, it's Lucky. Chapter 66 and verse 17 for me.
Yep.
Okay, and then go ahead and read that. And then after he reads that, Ridge, I want you to respond to this and give me your understanding. But I'm just going to let him read it real quick just so you can see it, all right?
Isaiah
Yeah.
66:17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
Right. So, Ridge, if you're saying that it's okay to eat these things, the context of that chapter, if you go up a couple verses, it speaks about the Lord returning and, you know, destroying Babylon and whatever. But it mentioned here in verse 17 that those who eat the mouse and the swine's flesh, they're going to be consumed when the Lord returns. So I just want to know, like, how do you view that?
Okay, I just want to first off say, like, I'm probably gonna have to mute this in a little bit and go charge my phone for a little bit. Then I'll come back. But yeah. So basically, like, that's in the old covenant, and my understanding of that would be like, Jesus says in the New Testament that nothing that goes into you can defile a man. He also says, like, take no thought for your life about what you should eat or drink or wear. So that's what I would have to say about that.
Hey, mind of God, can you pull up Matthew chapter 15 and verse 20 for me?
Yes, sir. Sorry, what was that? Matthew, what, ETG?
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 20.
Okay.
But if you can, just start at verse 16 and read on to 20, all right?
Okay. Okay, so Matthew 15. I'll read 15. Then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Jesus said, are ye also without understanding? Verse 17, do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draught? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man. But to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man.
Okay, now the reason I had him bring that up, Ridge, is because you went there to say that it doesn't, whatever enters the mouth doesn't defile the man. But the problem is that Christ was referring to eating with unclean hands, because all you got to do is read the context of it, the conclusion, which was the 20th verse. He said, what? But to eat with unclean hands does not defile the man. So when he said whatever enters the mouth doesn't defile the man, he was referring to eating without washing your hands. Say, for an example, if you use the restroom and you don't wash your hands after, that's not going to defile you. Okay, so it wasn't talking about, eating whatever type of food that you like. So I just want you to respond to that real quick, and then if you would like, you can, say your last things, and then you can go ahead and plug your phone in.
Hey, Biggie, dude, he might have dropped. Just FYI.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? He might have left because either he didn't know how to answer that, or maybe his phone died. So I don't know. I'll put that out there. Maybe he left because he didn't know how to answer.
No, he's obviously nervous and worried because, dude, we get nervous when we talk to you, man. So just be patient with us.
I suppose that is true. Because hey, look, I don't mean to flex, But as I said, I am the notorious BIG of the scriptures.
Let me
So
answer
that
it
is,
for him. Let me answer it for him and then debunk you.
go ahead.
So this is the way that we now have, I would say, a lot of leverage to complain to God, is that we're nowhere in the Bible also does it say to eat GMOs, and lab-based food, which is, I would say, I don't know what percentage of the world the food that we eat is impacted by a laboratory. I would guess 90%, maybe more. So that's our issue now, is that fair enough. No one should want to eat swine's flesh or a mouse, or that's gross. So now, okay, well then how do you deal with the fact that a majority of the foods that we're to eat are against the laws of the Bible?
Is that a question towards me?
Yeah. How do we understand that biblically?
The way you would address that is, there's a scripture that says that they shall eat their bread defiled among the heathen. Now, what that means is, let me give it a little story real quick. I was at Popeyes, right, one of my favorite chicken restaurants, and I ordered myself some chicken, right? I ordered myself a damn Popeyes chicken, and I ate that, and one of the pieces that I got was actually a shrimp, which is unlawful to eat. But you know what? I didn't know that because it was put in there with my chicken. So I didn't know until after I ate it. I was like, that actually tastes familiar. So it turned out it was a shrimp.
Hold on.
So,
Let me stop you. That's not answering my question. That's not
no,
answering my
no, no,
question.
brother. I am going to answer your question. I'm just setting it up here.
Okay.
I'm going to answer your question. The answer to that is, that's why we got to look on the back of the labels of the food, because there's certain foods that, say for an example, there's a certain type of chip I like to eat, but I looked on the label on the back and it said it was made with let me see, I believe it was gluten or something. So I decided, okay, well, I can't eat that now. But then I looked through the other chips and I found ones that do not contain that. And I looked up the other ingredients and it said that it does not have anything unlawful after I looked through it. So I made the arrangement and I did not purchase those anymore. But as I said, going back to the scriptures, it is true that a lot of food that we eat today is defiled. And that's even in the scriptures, because the scriptures say you shall eat your bread defiled among the heathen. So our food is most certainly in many different ways defiled. However, we got to do to the best of our ability to stay away from unlawful foods. So that would be my response to that. I'll let you go ahead and respond, and then we'll let 2LitterJay join in.
But that, I don't understand how, nowhere in the Bible does it say to the best of your ability. Where does it say in Isaiah that, the people that didn't do it to the best of their ability, those are the people that I'm going to burn? That doesn't say that. Okay. It says people who eat that swine's flesh and the mouse, they're going to get that. So my point is that,
all right, okay,
it's
go
everybody ahead. Then it would be effectively everybody.
Okay, mind of God, let me ask you a question. Can you fully follow the law of the Bible today? Yes or no?
No, absolutely not. Not even close.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. So that's why I said, to the best of our ability, we are to follow the laws. Now, I do agree with you. There is not a verse that actually says to follow the law to the best of your ability. Yeah. However, we got to also understand that we are under grace. And that since we are living in Babylon the Great, there's certain laws in the scriptures that we can't fully uphold, right? We can't fully follow the law. And I'll give an example. Say for an example, when your wife is on her menstrual, you're supposed to have a whole nother house that she can go in. We really can't do that today because a lot of our people are living in the slums and whatnot. So that's a law we really can't follow today unless you're wealthy. And then another one is a scripture. What about Leviticus 20 and 13? That's the law the Lord said, thou shalt. But we can't do that today, because if you do, then you're asking to go to jail. So, that's just a handful of precepts that I would give to say, to the best of our abilities, we got to follow the laws of the scriptures. But today we can't fully follow them in the entirety. So I'll let you go ahead and respond.
Well, do you want to know the proper answer that I would suspect the elect would know? The proper way to answer that, which is a very, very valid verse in Isaiah 66, no doubt. And his point that it's an Old Testament is not true, because that's a prophetic verse. Because, like you pointed out, a couple of verses before that, it's talking about Christ returning and destroying. So it's not an Old Testament, you know what I mean? Anything like that. So no, it's now. So that's not a valid argument. The way to answer that, even just King David, who's committed adultery, the Bible says adulterers are not allowed in the kingdom. So wait, how does that work then? He not only did he commit adultery, he killed, the person, the husband of the woman or whatever. So how do we understand this? The only way to answer that is that a group are chosen. That's the only answer. And so you have to be chosen. It's not the person's doing, because everybody commits those sins that are listed that are not allowed in the kingdom, except Christ.
Right, right. I agree. That's a very good argument. I'll give you that. That's a very valid point to bring up. Now, real quick, I do want to say I'm only probably going to go for another 15 or 20 minutes here because it is getting dark, so I am going to have to get going soon. But 2LitterJay, I'm going to let you join in and give your 2 cents on the topic of discussion. What do you think, man? And before you do that, I want to say to Ridge, as I was saying, Ridge, I'm not sure, maybe you dropped out because your phone disconnected or something like that. So, hey, man, it's no beef, right? It's all cool. But hey, if you do come back next time, man, I do want to address that topic that we just were discussing, man. All right. But anyway, 2LitterJay, go ahead and give your 2 cents on it.
2 cents. Well, hold on. Before I do anything, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man.
All right. Is this any better than the last how I sounded earlier? Because I got a different mic.
Yeah, you sound a lot better now. Much more clear.
Yeah,
all
there's
right,
less background noise. That's great.
All right, yeah, I had to switch. I use my Xbox headset. So 2 cents into the food or keeping the law?
Let's talk about keeping the law, and we'll pretty much use that as one of our last, closing up topics of this show. Which, hey, as I said, man, 2LitterJay, I respect you, man, that you actually showed up, to the stream, because I remember I asked you earlier to show up. So, hey, man, as I said, there's no beef, right? We're cool, man. We're cool, But hey, we'll go ahead and allow you to, elaborate.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I really don't have no beef with you. I agree on most everything. I was listening to what you're saying and how you keep it to the best of your ability that you can. Lots of food nowadays that would be considered part of keeping the law still have like the things that would be deemed defiable in them already, like in the nation that has the most GMOs, processed foods. There's pork product in almost everything. So keeping it best to your ability as you can. I agree with you on that. And I do believe that there's certain laws that certain people can't keep. Like how you talk about. I always get on you about how you have a beard and you need to shave it. I don't know if you've seen the comments about him.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Well, you claim that the Native Americans, the Indians or whatever you want to call them, are part of the tribe of Israel. They really can't grow beards. I don't know if you ever seen an actual Native American. They have a hard time growing facial hair. So for like certain people, I don't think the law applies to them.
Right. I mean. Now it's for yeah, man. I want to address that. Certain men have a difficult time to grow facial hair. So hey, if you can't do it, if your body's not capable of doing it, then hey, it's all right, because that's not your fault. But to the best of your ability, if you are able to grow one, then you of course should keep that. But of course, there's certain exceptions, such as some men, as you brought up, are not capable of growing one. So that would be an exception to the law.
Right.
To go ahead.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, good. It sounds like we're in agreement there. Mind of God, you want anything to bring up on that?
No, I like that. I mean, I think I'm not trying to be annoying. I just giving you, I think, the right way to answer that, because you're bringing up a valid point, and then what we're talking about with the practicalities in the days that we live in now, that's a very valid point too. And I don't know you're aware of those, but it doesn't mean that the Bible's wrong, and it doesn't mean that reality's wrong, because reality is reality. So the only proper answer that I suspect only the elect would answer it this way is that a group's chosen. They're not better because of their righteousness. That's what Christ says regularly. You weren't chosen to be here because of what you did or didn't do. They were chosen, and the Most High is doing all of this. So that's the correct answer. So those people do deserve that destruction in Isaiah, but they're chosen. That's just what it is. So if you don't like it, you got to go complain to God.
Yeah. Hey, pretty much we're going to wrap it up here in just a couple of minutes. But hey, I'll let you guys bring up any last minute. I just want to say that, hey, I respect all you guys on here, and I hope that, all you brothers make it onto those chariots, man. Look, I want to be on a chariot with the mind of God, and I want to be on a chariot with our brother here, 2LitterJay, and of course we hope that RidgeNappier, makes it there with us, man. I want to be on a chariot with both you brothers, man. But hey, I'll go ahead and throw the mic over to mind of God first. We'll do our closing statements here, and if there's any things you guys want to bring up, then that's cool. We'll discuss it for the last couple of minutes.
No, it's good, man. I enjoy these hangouts because there's not that many people who are this deep into it, and it's kind of surprising that more people don't, read the Bible now. But always enjoy it, ETT. Have a good evening, man. Peace.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good, mind of God. Anyway, 2LitterJay, anything you want to say in the last couple minutes, man?
Quick question. What time do you usually do these live streams? Because when I get notified, it's usually like 2, 3, 4 in the morning when I get these. Like, the reason why I got on right now is because this is the time that I'm available.
Right. Now you see, my friend, what I do is I can't do my videos at home because I have family there who, give me problems about this issue. And, I spoke about that before. They don't know what I do, but hey, I have to do the work of Yahweh Shai to the best of my ability. So you see, I can do these streams at any time of the day. It's just whenever I'm able to do so, because I got to go somewhere else, away from my house to do them. So I don't have my own car, I can't go anywhere, so it's difficult for me to be able to come on and do these, but to the best of my ability, I do. So sometimes, I'll go live at maybe sometime early in the morning, sometime, in the evening, or sometimes in the afternoon. It just depends. I can't really set a schedule on anything because it's pretty much in a limbo, right now. And it's pretty much always has been for me, but hey, to the best of my ability, I do what I can. But yeah, man, go ahead and, is anything else you want to bring up?
No, man, that's about it. I got on here just to see what was up. I didn't know how long this would go on for, but I don't know if anybody's.
Man. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. As I was saying, before, man, I thought we had, we were going, back and forth. Like I thought you didn't like me or whatnot, and it's cool, man. As I said, I respect you, for coming on here and having this discussion. And hey, man, you sound pretty cool, and I would love to have you on here again, for a discussion in the future, man. You're welcome to to join us. And matter of fact, I would consider, all you brothers on here, and everybody watching on the comment board, all you brothers are considered to be family, right? We're all Israelites at the end of the day. But one thing, mind of God, because I see you're still in here, I did want to call you out on one thing, mind of God, real quick. And that is,
what's this?
Since you have all this free time, man, I ask of you to watch that video I did about the servitude in the kingdom. And I want you to do a response to that, because I want you to address the verses that I have presented. That's what I ask of you.
Which ones, though? Did you add new ones? Did you add new ones, or did you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought up a good 6 or 7 of them that I read completely. In a matter of fact, the first 15 minutes of the video. So, hey, man, in your free time, if you can, please, watch that and respond to those. All right.
I'll try and watch it for sure.
Okay.
I'll take a look.
All right. That sounds good, man. That sounds good. But anyway, I'm gonna, end the video off that. I, hope everybody, who's watching, has found this edifying. If anybody's watching this after the stream, put hashtag. Let's put hashtag Ridge in the comment section. Put hashtag Ridge in the comment section down below. And I'm just going to end the video off with giving all praises unto Yahweh and to his son, Yahweh Shai. And yeah, hey, mind of God, and 2LitterJay, I'll see you brothers around, all right?
Enjoyed it, man.
All right. You have a good one.
All right. All right. So, I did not, expect to, for all these brothers to join us here tonight. I was pretty much, at the beginning of the video, I just came to give my little vent, so to speak, because I was, pissed off, about a situation that came up. But hey, I'm well calm now, because it's always good to have a discussion with other brothers in this ministry. Even though we might differ and disagree on certain subjects, hey, this is always educational and always fun to, have brothers on and, to discuss certain topics in the scriptures. So, I'm just going to probably close the video out with that. You know what? I might go another 5 minutes just because of my OCD, so I'll bring it to 20. Shout out to anybody who knows what OCD is. But yeah, one thing I did want to elaborate on, which is a topic we just discussed, was keeping the laws, right? So what Ridge did, which again, no offense to my brother Ridge, we love that brother and hope he receives salvation. But one part that we disagree on is the whole, thing about you're not allowed to eat, anything that you want, right? Because the scriptures give us laws to follow about what we can and cannot eat. So what he did is he went to say, well, anything that enters the mouth, it doesn't defile the man. What is that, Matthew the 15th chapter? But then we read in the context, which if you go down to verse 20, it gives the context. The context was, eating with unclean hands. So when the scripture said that it's not that which enters into the mouth that defiles the man, it was referring to eating with unclean hands. It was not referring to eating whatever type of food that you like. Say, for example, there's certain chemicals out there that if you were to digest, that could be deadly. But wait, one could say, well, wait, you can eat whatever you want, right? So anyway, which, that brother, probably, got disconnected on accident, or maybe his phone died. I'm not sure what happened, but it's all cool. We'll discuss that next time. And as far as Mind of God made a statement about what the moon pie is pork, and he's right. Okay, so now I've, trying to find those, the moon pies that are, may I say, gluten free, right? That do not have gelatin within them, right? Because that's the part that is, pork is the gelatin. So yeah, anyway, I do want to address the comments real quick because there's a whole bunch of comments here. I want to say a good, maybe 25 comments that I did not get to. So real quick in the closing minutes, let's just go over those real quick. Let's go back up. Let me see. See where I want to start off. Let's go back to damn, what's her name? Could be nothing. I forget what she said her name was. Let me just look for it real quick. Oh, Amber. And as I said, I apologize if I forget names. I am not good at remembering names. Anyway, Amber said, I used to use Google Earth to explore Antarctica, and I'm sure there was past civilizations there. I even think I saw what I believed to be the goddess, the one who sticks her tongue out that was being dug up, which I'll have to look into that. Maybe you can hit me up in the comment section. I have not heard of that. Let me see. She said, I believe they would do a fake return of Christ, and when no one is taken up, it will cause a bunch of conflict. Which that could be true, right? You got the whole, what is it? Somebody brought it up earlier, the whole Project Bluebeam, right? Which matter of fact, a fun fact, by the way, back, 5 years ago when I first started do my YouTube stuff, my very first video that I did was about Project Bluebeam. Just a little fun fact out there. My very first video, which I've probably done now, probably about a good, I want to say 4,000 or 5,000 videos. Say, that's just a little fun fact. Just scroll through. Just spink. Can't read all of them because there's too many here, but I'm just gonna scroll through. I Love Maps commented and said, so souls would be bound on earth forever with Satan? I think you brought that up when you were talking about the concept of hell. Now that's not true, brother. Okay, according to the Bible, when you die, your spirit departs and goes up to the Most High, and that goes for if you're wicked or if you're righteous. And the proof of that's Ecclesiastes. What is that? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7, right? The spirit of a man goes upward, but the spirit of a beast goes downward, right? The spirit of an animal goes downward into the earth, but the spirit of a man goes up to heaven, right? Goes up to the Most High. And that goes for the good and the evil. And if you want to learn about that, you go to the book of, what is that? Job, Job, the 3rd chapter? Go read that. That says what? They're the good and the wicked, they rest together. Right? They're the wicked, they cease from troubling, which is what the spirit will, where your spirit goes when you pass away. Let me see. Awakened Pennsylvanian said, I heard 2050 was going to be the end of the world. I mean, hell, you know, that could be true, but hey, you know, going by what me and Mind of God say, you know, this is it. You know, we're saying, Mind of God saying a number of days. I'm sitting here saying probably the next 2 or 3 years. Hey, no man knows the day or the hour, but all the signs of the coming of Christ are here. Okay, everything that Christ told us to look out for, we see it every day. So, hey, I would bet that this place will be taken down within the next couple of years, man. And I'm talking about maybe 2 or 3 years. But hey, no man knows. Hey, no man knows the future. Only the Most High. Okay. Anyway, let me see. Let me see. The brother, so-called Mexicans are of the tribe of Judah. I mean, of the tribe of Issachar, Salakia, said Shalom to the hopeful elect. Hey, Shalom, Rich said, trying to get to be back in a bit. My phone's running low. Hey, as I said, Rich, it's cool. You know, I'll have you on next time. Hey, glad to see you could join us because last time you were not able to. Let me see. Mighty God said, Mighty God is a damn heathen. Inside joke. That's not true. Mighty God is a brother. Because you're gonna have Israelites who look like, you know, white people, right? They're called confusion of face Israelites. That's was that Daniel 9 and 7. Mighty God said this was an excellent stream, very civil and informative. Hey, Mighty God, if you're listening, do me a favor. Can you put this stream on your channel so it can get more, you know, people to hear and listen to this? Because this was a beautiful stream, right? This is a beautiful discussion between all 4 of us. So, Mighty God, please mirror this on your channel. And also, 2LitterJay, if you are still listening, I know you know, re-upload videos on your page. Hey, man, if you could you please mirror this video onto your channel so more people can get a, you know, get this discussion, right? They can watch this and learn from it. I just ask of you brothers to leave a link to my page in the description box, you know, just to give them back to the, you know, the source of the video. But if you guys could re-upload it, that would be great. Let me see. Said, Mighty God said, no way, it's 2050. Oh my God. And I agree. Okay, I agree. That's, you know, way far off. But hey, we're gonna see, right? Everything's gonna be revealed in due time. Mighty God said, yes, sure. Yes, sir, Salakia. Says, I shall, just don't make it private. Yeah, man, I won't make it private. What I'll do is yeah, I won't make it private, right? I was gonna change the name of the video. So in order to do that, I would have to make it private. But hey, we'll work something out. Okay, you can upload it first, and then once you guys do that, I'll go ahead and change the name of the video. Because hey, you know, it's more important to get you guys, you know, to re-upload it so more people can see it. To hell with the name of the video, right? The message is what counts. 2LitterJay said, sure thing. All right, thanks. I'm gonna round the stream off to 25, right? An hour and 25 minutes because of my OCD. But yeah, in the last closing statements, in the last 2 minutes here, you know, again, I thank everybody for, you know, joining us and watching this stream. And if anybody's watching on Mind of God's channel or, you know, 2LitterJay, if you want to listen to me and what I'm saying, you can follow my page, right? I'm the, you know, end time teacher, right? Go on YouTube, look me up, right? ETT, the end time teacher. Okay, if you want to learn more from me. But yeah, you know, this was a fantastic discussion we had tonight. I did not expect this, you know, to go this long. And to be quite honest with you, I actually pulled an all-nighter. I was actually, you know, going to, you know, hit the sack, you know, early, right at 7. But the Spirit got on me and was like, you know what, nah, you know, go ahead and go, you know, do a stream. Okay, so you know what, I did that, and hey, you know, look what the Spirit, you know, brought up, right? A beautiful discussion, right? A beautiful, you know, conversation, right, with the comment board and all of us brothers who joined the stream, right? I would say, you know, out of every debate I've had or out of every stream I did, this has to be probably my favorite stream, and I'm being dead serious when I say that. So, you know, I'll end off with that in just a few seconds. Just hit the comments. Mighty God said, you can change the name. It's okay. I just meant don't forget to publish it. Yeah, man. I'll definitely do that. It might take me a few hours to do so. So if you can, when I end it, just go ahead and mirror as soon as you can, and I might edit it tomorrow, okay, and change the name, because that might be easier for me to do. But anyway, we're at the hour and 25-minute mark. I'm going to end off with saying, all praise to Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai for this truth. And yeah, I'll see all you brothers around in the next stream. And also make sure you all put on your notifications, so you're notified when we go live. And I'll see all you brothers around. Shalom.